Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. As we live dito sa buhay natin, we are getting older and older. At the same time, we have realizations na hindi mo kailangan ng malaking circle of friends. Actually, you just need few ride or dies. Minsan may mga free rider and hinayaan din natin silang sumakay. Pero alam natin lahat kung ano yung mission natin. Maghilahan pataas and maghilahan palapit kay Krishna. We're gonna do a lot of efforts para walang maiwan. Pero we are doing a lot of efforts then to protect our circle na walang nanghila pababa. In the practice of Krishna consciousness, sobrang importante na ito. Having the right association is actually essential para mag-progress talaga tayo palapit kay Krishna. And we know, kaya tayo nandito, is not just to learn for ourselves. Alam din natin yung mga close sa ating mga tao is not just because they are famous, they are rich, they're beautiful, or they're powerful. Close sa atin yung mga tao na yon kasi alam natin their intention is to bring us closer kay Krishna. And our duty, of course, is hatakan din yung ibang tao palapit kay Krishna. Minsan may mga free riders nga, which is okay naman. Kasi one way or the other, their hearts will be soft. At the same time, they will contribute. Pero yung mabibigat, yung nagpapabigat talaga, yung manang hila pababa. Minsan, kailangan mo muna mag-pass doon. Otherwise, others na kasama doon sa circle is mabibigatan and maapektuhan talaga. That's the power of association. Let's read sa Bhagavad Gita as it is and makita natin din yung real purpose ng isang yogi. Chapter 6, verse 31. Such a yogi who engages in the worshipful service of the Supersoul, knowing that I and the Supersoul are one, remains always in me in all circumstances. Krishna is telling Arjuna, binibigyan niya na clarity. The yogis, nag-meditate sila sa Supersoul within. And sinasabi ni Krishna, ako din yun. The Supersoul and I are one. Pero, sasabi ni Prabhupada, in-explain din dito, Krishna is all-pervasive. Lahat ng soul, andun si Krishna as the super soul. Sinasamahan niya. Si Krishna is the real ride or die. Imagine nyo, kahit yung ibang living entities sa lower grade, sa lower consciousness, sinasamahan ni Krishna. Talagang through good times and bad times, andun si Krishna. Isipin mo na maging worm ka sa stool. Maging bacteria ka. Nasa ganong body. Tapos kasama pa rin si Krishna. Talagang sinasamahan ka everywhere, actually. The only time na hindi ka sasamahan ng super soul is kapag nakabalik ka na sa spiritual world. Go back to Godhead. Ano si Krishna mismo? But while we're here in the material world, either nasa demigod body ka, nasa heavenly planets, or nasa hellish planets, kasama mo pa rin si Krishna sa super soul. So ito yung sabi niya dito, I and the super soul are one. The perfect yogi daw, sabi ni Prabhupada, is the one who are engaged in meditation on the super soul. So yung nakikita natin na ibang part ng yoga is papunta dito. Mag-meditate yung isang yogi sa super soul. That's the higher stage. Pero higher than that is Krishna consciousness. Kahit yung isang devotee, makita mo hindi sila flexible. Hindi sila mystic. Pero higher yung isang devotee ni Krishna sa isang yogi. Mamaya di-describe natin yung difference ng dalawa. He is a perfect yogi who, by comparison to his own self, sees the true equality of all beings in both their happiness and their distress. O Arjuna. Galing. A perfect yogi, nakikita niya yung equality of all beings. Happiness or distress. Ups and downs. So ano ba talaga yung distress na to? Nakikita natin yung mga tao or other living entities. Or tayo. Sometimes we're suffering. Others are suffering. But the real suffering daw is because of the forgetfulness kay Krishna. The real position natin. Ito yung totoong cause ng suffering. If you're gonna apply yung questions, yung question ng why sa lahat ng scenario, we're suffering because of some scenario. Why? Look for the root cause. Why? Someone did this to me. Why? Apektado ako because of my emotions. Why? Lahat yun mag-end up kasi we are identifying ourselves sa body na to. We're forgetting that we're the real servant and we're the soul. Lahat yun, yung root cause nun, yung false ego, yung sakit, yung pain, is because meron tayong forgetfulness kay Krishna. Nakakalimutan natin na si Krishna, yung real master natin. And because of that forgetfulness, one is suffering from the threefold miseries. Kaya yung isang tao na Krishna conscious, he's happy. Happy not because hindi siya nakakatanggap ng mga challenges sa buhay. He is really happy kasi kahit anong dumating, tanggap niya na, okay, this is just temporary. All things must pass. At the same time, harapin niya yun. Gagawin niya ng maayos yung duties niya. Hindi siya sumasakay dun sa drama. Ito yung mabigat eh. May onting mangyayari, siguro bored yung tao. Sasakin niya yung maliliit na drama. Tapos papalakihin niya using his overthinking. Lalagyan niya ng magandang narrative yun. Dramatic narrative. So, isang duty ng isang Krishna conscious person na happy, syempre kung alam yung temporary lahat, nakaka-bored, mamaboring naman siya. Anong gagawin niya? So, he will do his service kay Krishna. He's the dearest servitor. Pero, hindi niya hayaan na siya lang yung close kay Krishna. The mission of a devotee is to bring other souls palapit kay Krishna, to distribute the knowledge. So, making other souls closer kay Krishna is by distributing the knowledge. Sharing yung knowledge sa kanila. Sharing yung knowledge na you are also a soul and you are eternally connected kay Krishna and you are His dear servant. So do your duty. Pinapakilala natin yung relationship dun sa mga souls or pinapaalala. Ito yung mission. Actually, sabi nga, the greatest philanthropies is the devotees. Kasi you're not just saving their meals for the day, your stomach, or you're not just giving them shelter. Di ba ganun naman yung ginagawa ng mga philanthropies? Papagawa sila ng hospital, papagawa ng kalsada. Di ba? After gawa ng village, gagawa nila ng SM. Gagawa nila ng road. Di ba? Tapos merong pagdating doon sa dulo ng road, okay, masaya na kayo, sheltered na kayo, bibigyan namin kayo ng kuryente sa internet para mag-consume kayo. Tapos habagawa tayo ng factory dito para dito kayo magkatrabaho. Bibili namin yung mga lupa ninyo, Yung mga farms ninyo, lalagyan natin ng magandang mall and mga beer house and clubs para hindi kayo mainip. Well, two sides of ng sword palagi yung mga ganito. May deep purpose sila. Or, baka pwedeng pure naman yung sila mangyayari. Pure in a sense na, I'll give this to you para may good karma ako. Meron akong magandang next life. Or, maglinis ng money. Ito yung isang purpose nila. Kasi alam nilang yung ibang mga nasa old tradition, alam nila yung money dumadating, may dalang karma. Okay, dalhin natin to. Tapos, i-donate natin para malinis yung karma. So, may mga ganitong philanthropies. Pero isang devotee, wala siguro siyang ganitong malaking budget or malaking allocation ng finance doon sa isang project. Pero ang ginagawa ng isang devotee, yung soul mismo. Na-attack niya. In a way, na binibigyan niya yung knowledge para maalala ng isang soul na yun yung real position niya. That's our mission. Hindi ito kinukwento na may ibang taong gumagawa. Tayo yon. Pero one round pala sinachant ko, hindi pa ako vegetarian whatsoever. Kahit na. Your duty is to give Krishna to others. Ano yung benefit sa atin? The more we give Krishna to others, the more na hinihila natin yung ibang souls palapit kay Krishna, tayo rin malapit kay Krishna. That's the beauty of it. You try. May makausap kong friends, may magiging interested, may magkaroon ng questions. Pag tinanong nila about kay Krishna, tapos na-share mo kahit konti, hindi naman overwhelming para sa kanila. Binigyan mo ng chance na magkaroon sila ng knowledge or access. Pansinin nyo, yung heart mo talagang overflowing yung joy. Very simple lang nun. Pero makikita mo talaga na si Krishna very pleased kasi mararamdaman mo yung satisfaction. Kaya sabi nga nila, always bring a book. Even small books ni Prabhupada. Effective yon. The yogi who has withdrawn to a secluded place in order to meditate perfectly may not be as perfect as a devotee. So yung last line sa paragraph. Yung yogi daw na pumunta sa forest, nag-meditate, secluded place, finalo niya yung mga advice kung paano gawin yon. Practice yung celibacy, control yung breathing, erect yung postures, kusha grass, deer skin, cotton. Tapos nag-meditate siya for long years. Hindi siya automatic na devotee. He can perfect it as a yogi, pero hindi siya automatic magiging devotee. Hindi siya perfect devotee. Prabhupada continued, not be as perfect as a devotee who is trying his best to turn every man toward Krishna consciousness. Kaya perfect yung devotee and more than advance siya dun sa isang yogi na nasa secluded place. Kasi yung ginagawa niyang duty is trying his best to turn every man toward Krishna consciousness. Gano'ng kahirap to? Hindi. Kasi yung tao, yung bawat soul, kasama niya si Krishna. Lilingon lang naman siya kay Krishna kasi kasama niya si Krishna eh. Hindi na siya maghaharap sa malayo pa. Yung mga yogi, ganun naman ginagawa nila. They're trying to meditate kay Krishna na kasama rin nila. Super soul searching. Di lang soul searching, super soul searching. Text 33. This is Arjuna. Sa conversation nila, may na-realize si Arjuna. Arjuna said, O Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady. Di ba yung scenario, si Arjuna, punta na ako sa forest, Krishna. Ayoko nang lumaban dito. Mga kamag-anak ko sila. And pag napatay ko sila, paano ako mag-enjoy? Magkakaroon ako ng scene. Masira yung mga dynamic ng Society kasi mamamatay yung mga lalaki. Yung mga babae magkakaroon ng mga unwanted sons from the low class na mga lalaki. Punta na ako sa forest. So, in-explain ni Krishna, ito yung gusto mong gawin, no? Punta ka sa forest, mag-meditate ka. In-explain niya yung process ng meditation ng yogi, ng Ashtanga Yoga. Tapos sabi ni Arjuna, yung sinamarize mo sa akin, detailed na yun pero summary pa lang pala yun. Yung sinamarize mo sa akin, impractical and endurable. Paano magagawa yun? Imposible yun. Kasi yung mind is restless and unsteady. At palagi yung kalaban ng isang yogi. So, ni-reject na ni Arjuna. Sabi niya, this is a bitter struggle. Parang, yung process na to, ang laking risk na hindi mo magawa. Ang laking risk na hindi mo ma-perfect. Kasi ganun siya kahirap. So, in all the scriptures, walang evidence na si Arjuna nagpunta talaga sa forest niya. By the use of his intelligence, oo nga no, ba't ko pa gagawin to? Ang hirap-hirap. So, sabi nga ni Prabhupada dito, that was 5,000 years ago. And Arjuna have a better facility na gawin to compared to now, Kali Yuga, full-blown Kali Yuga. So generally, it is impossible, sabi ni Prabhupada, in this age of Kali. Merong very few rare souls na nakagawa ng ganito. Maybe in the Himalayas, may makilala ka doon na 500, 1,000, 2,000 years old na yogi na nagpa-perform nun. You wouldn't know. Like magkakaroon ng Kumbh Mela next year, nakita mo pag yung mga videos ng Kumbh Mela, hindi mo alam kung sino talaga doon yung mga na yogi na perfect na yung mysticism. Diba? May mga rare souls. But generally, kahit si Arjuna sabi niya mahirap. Text 34. The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. O Krishna. And to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. Ganon kinumpare ni Arjuna yung pag-control ng mind. To control the wind is easier daw than to control the mind. So, paano mo kontrolin yung wind? Diba? Kahit may strong wind, paano mo siya i-redirect? Kasi ganun ka, wild yung mind natin. Ganun siya grabe mag-overthinking. Trance and mental. Lagi siyang mental. The mind's so strong and obstinate that it sometimes overcomes the intelligence. So lagi tayo nagiging victim na ito na overcome yung intelligence natin because of the overwork ng mind. So because of that, because of our mind, hindi tayo magkaroon ng mental equilibrium, equanimity. Lagi tayong up and down, sumasakay tayo sa agos ng mind. And because of that, nagkakaroon tayo ng feelings of suffering and enjoyment. Yung scenario na to, yung sinabi ng ibang tao sa akin, yung favorable sa akin, hindi favorable na nangyari, hindi nangyari yung plans ko, we suffer. Then, nangyayari yung mga plans ko. It seems like the odds are on me. Yung stars and planets, favorable sa akin. Tapos di ako nahihirapan. Naging successful yung mga endeavors ko. Nag-enjoy yung isang soul, isang individual. Isipin yun. Nagkapadala lang tayo sa agos ng ganito, up and down, up and down. Enjoy, suffer, enjoy, suffer, enjoy, suffer. Tapos hanggang tumanda na. Ito yung isang soul. Ito yung life ng isang tao. Enjoyment and suffering. Actually, default nga daw yung suffering. Like perfect example, wag ka kumain or wag ka uminom. Automatic, mauhaw ka or magugutom ka. Default talaga siya. Kailangan mo mag-effort para mapunta ka dun sa comfortable stage or enjoyment stage. Pag di ka nag-effort, magiging suffering siya after some time. Oh yeah, meron talaga pinanganak na sobrang favorable lahat sa kanya. Pero may ginawa siya past lives niya, kaya siya napunta doon. And if wala siyang gagawin, hindi niya ma-maintain yun. Kaya yung mga philanthropies, alam nila na kailangan na mag-donate, gumawa ng mabuti para next life ma-maintain nila yung so-called enjoyment stage na yan. Nasa taas lang sila palagi ng karma kanda. The self is thus the enjoyer or sufferer by the association of the mind and senses. Kapag favorable sa senses nila, they enjoy. Favorable sa mind nila, they enjoy. Kapag hindi, they suffer. Even nga na maganda yung material settings pwede sila mag-suffer. But sabi ni Prabhupada, ang hirap gawin itong yoga process na to. The easiest way to control the mind, as suggested by Lord Chaitanya, is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the great mantra. If we are always engaged in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we're always engaged in listening sa knowledge about Krishna consciousness, we'll be satisfied. Kasi hindi na ma-agitate yung mind. That's the real engagement talaga kasi ng mind. Naging Krishna conscious. Other activities ng mind, side trip lang niya yun. 35. Lord Shri Krishna said, sagot ni Krishna, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. Sabi ni Arjuna, sobrang hirap. Sabi ni Krishna, yes, mahirap, but it is possible. Kailangan mo ng determination and detachment. Detachment dun sa result. Pero sobrang hirap. May easiest way talaga. So, importante yung hearing. This is the first process ng bhakti. So, 9 types of devotional hearing about Krishna is the first. Hearing and chanting, hearing and knowledge. From that, matutuloy-tuloy natin. So, make use of our time. Diba? Kumakain ka or sa travel ka, paplansya ka. Alam mo yun, may mga mindless na activities na hindi mo kailangan mag-isip ng todo-todo. Make use of our time. Listen to a lecture, audiobook. Kung di ka makapagbasa, audiobook, podcast. Kailangan palagi kang naririnig. Naririnig mo si Krishna. Naririnig mo yung words niya or words ng devotees niya or yung names niya. Chant. That's the definition of a person na nag-advance in Krishna consciousness sa spirituality. They don't want to waste time. Pag may bakanting time, kailangan lagyan niya ng Krishna conscious activities. Even just hearing. And everyone have their mobile phones. Lahat may access na tayo sa podcasts, sa lectures, sa YouTube videos. Pwede ka mag-play ng audios, then ng audiobook ng Bhagavad Gita. Kung di mo nababasa yung purports, play. A smart way to really use our time. Last text for the day. For one whose mind is unbridled, self-realization is difficult work. But he whose mind is controlled and who strives by appropriate means is assured of success. That is my opinion. Very humble. Si Krishna na to. But he said, this is my opinion. Hindi niya sinabing this is absolute. But of course, kung yung opinion ni Krishna, ng Supreme, ayun yung absolute, di ba? Wala namang ibang magiging authority pa. So, yung mind unbridled, uncontrolled, yung self-realization, very difficult. Napansin mo yung isang tao na magulo yung isip. Magulo rin yung buhay. Tapos, magulo rin yung relationship niya sa paligid. Lalong-lalo na kapag may tao na sobrang negative. Because sobrang gulo ng isip nila, because sobrang gulo ng mindset nila, ayokong ako lang. Damay-damay tayo. Gusto ko kayo din. Gusto ko kayo din nahihirapan. Hilahan pa baba. Sadly, may mga practitioner ng Krishna consciousness na nasa ganitong stage. And their main mission is mandamay. Mandamay ng sickness nila, ng weakness of the heart nila. Or ng negativity nila. To hate others. I hate this. I hate the system. I hate the temple, I hate the management. Basta gusto ko maging devotee pero I hate everyone. Pag masaya kayo, gusto ko ng something na ipopost or sasabihin para hindi naman lahat masaya. It's not Krishna conscious. Yung iba parang, smart nung sinabi na itong taong to. Na-observe niya yun. No. No. It's just like, aside from being free rider, gusto lang mag-attack. May mga taong ganun. Like, literally. Ako, personally, napapanood ko. Pag may problema, hingi ng tulong, hingi ng association. Pag okay na sila, manghatak sila ng tao sa pababa. Nothing new though. It's happening everywhere. Not just in devotee communities, but also just generally. Pero very rare to find a devotee and very rare na makita mo yung devotee na yung mission nila is to share Krishna to others. And yung mga peers nila is there na nagkakaroon sila ng wonderful association na yung main mission is maghilahan palapit palagi kay Krishna. Other than that, kapag nagka-practice yung isang yogi, sabi nga ni Prabhupada, yoga practice without mental control is a waste of time. Like igniting a fire while pouring water on it. This is yung mga nagka-practice ng yoga. Not just the postures, another process na included doon. Even yung mga mysticism, rather so-called or pseudo-spiritual groups, spiritual practice, kung ano yung mga uso ngayon. If they're just doing it and not going further, first step, of course, to control the mind, is just a waste of time. And of course, much more waste of time is, kailangan mo nang maging Krishna conscious talaga. Bakit mo pa kailangan daanan yung mga mahirap na process? Sabi ni Prabhupada, a Krishna conscious person easily achieves the result of yoga practice without separate endeavor. But a yoga practitioner cannot achieve success without becoming Krishna conscious. One way or the other, dinaanan na natin yon. Maybe past lives. Practice na tayo ng mga kung ano na mysticism. Or, again, we receive the mercy ng isang devotee na gusto tayong halahin pataas. Sabi nga nila, sabi ni Prabhupada, yung sika daw, ipanghila pataas. Panghila ng guru. Ito yung handle. Oops. And if nahihirapan tayo sa buhay, may mga devotees na very kind na pinupuntahan tayo, nalapitan tayo, tutulungan tayo. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-resist, kailangan mo na mag-surrender. Alam na yung mangyayari. You know the drill. Hindi mo kailangan magpabigat. And if may mga tao na hindi lang free rider, but talagang nangihila pababa, just keep a safe distance. Respectful distance. Kasi if hindi mo sila masasave, for sure, hatakin ka lang nila pababa. Wait or get help from other stronger devotees para mahatak sila. Otherwise, minsan kailangan talagang ng time. So talaga nila mag-suffer ng onte para ma-realize yun. But, may mga tao na readily are waiting and ripe yung mga soul na pwede mo talagang bigyan ng Krishna consciousness. So that is our duty. Kailangan natin mag-meditate para tayo makakapag-serve sa ibang tao, sa ibang soul. By serving them, we're pleasing actually our guru, we're pleasing Srila Prabhupada, all the acharyas, we're pleasing Srimati Radharani and Krishna by giving Krishna to others. That's the mood of a devotee. That's a perfect yogi. Thank you very much. That's our episode for today. And sobrang inspiring. The title is Hilahan Pataas, Palapit kay Krishna, Walang May Iwan. And if we have sa circle ng friends natin, ng devotees, na mga ganitong tao, ganito yung mood, take care of them. Support them. Sabi nga nila, protect them at all costs. They're gems. Hindi ka lang makakahalap basta-basta ng mga ganitong tao. Ganito yung mood nila. And of course, ang contribution natin is be an instrument para mahatak din natin ibang mga tao. Maraming ways and means we should be guided para magawa itong mga to. And masaya kapag may ganitong circle ka. You're very safe and very Krishna conscious. Kasi damay-damay talaga lahat. Palapit kay Krishna.